Guardians of the Galaxy is like the mitochondria. And then Iron Man movies are like the ribosomes. And then the Infinity War is the cell wall.
That was actually a really good connection.
Yeah.
That was actually, that was really good.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Conversations with Chloe. Today, we'll be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy, especially Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Let's get to it. I also walked around Salve Regina University's campus and interviewed a bunch of random people, asking them about whether they are into Guardians of the Galaxy, into Marvel movies in general, and why or why not they like them. So let's hear that. What's your name?
My name's Nicole.
And what year are you?
I am a junior.
Okay, and so can I ask you a few questions?
Yes.
So have you been into or like kept up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I have always watched them when I was little, and my stepmom like religiously watched them from the beginning because she liked Iron Man. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I sort of fell off until 2020 with the pandemic, when one of my COVID activities was rewatching every movie in order. And since then, I've pretty much like haven't missed a release. Like I've watched most of the newer ones after that in theaters.
Oh, so are you planning to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
So I probably am, but I like haven't even seen any promotion of it. I keep up with them, but they've kind of been falling off.
Yeah.
And doing a lot more sequels of series that like I kind of forget exist.
Yeah.
So I will see it when it comes out, I'm sure, but like I kind of like it's not been on my mind really.
Okay, good to know. Thank you very much. What's your name?
My name is Beth Convertito.
Do you plan on seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 movie?
I don't, just because it's not really a type of like movie genre that like I'm really interested in, and I haven't watched any of the other ones. But who knows, like maybe I'd watch like the first one, but definitely not the newer one because I'd have no idea what's happening because I haven't watched any of the previous ones. But yeah.
Okay. And do you think you'd ever get into watching any of the Marvel movies?
Possibly. Like if I have a friend, like if we're like a friend that's interested in it, or if I like have a group of people who are just like all at a gathering and they're watching it, then totally I'd consider watching it.
Great. Thank you.
Of course.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Maeve Newton, and I'm a sophomore.
Okay. And can I just ask you a few questions?
Yes, you may.
Have you watched any of like the Marvel movies?
I have, yes.
Okay. And so I guess you like them a lot?
I liked the singular ones about each superhero.
Like Iron Man and Thor.
Yeah, I liked those ones better than like Infinity War Endgame, like where all of them are just like sad.
Okay. No, that's valid. So, do you plan to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which comes out on Friday?
I would, because I really liked the first two, mostly because of the soundtrack. Like, I was vibing 100%. The whole time. Like, was I really paying attention to, you know, the minor plots? No. I was just like, yo, they're playing Fleetwood Mac right now. So, yes, I would totally go see
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
What's your name?
Brendan O'Shea.
Can I ask you a few questions?
If that's what you want.
Okay, are you gonna see the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 movie?
No chance.
Why not?
I'm not a Marvel fan. I think their movies are a money grab.
Why?
I think all Marvel movies are a money grab, and Disney has over-commercialized movies, and they make constant sequels to movies that don't need them, and I think it's a waste of time to go see it.
Thanks. Hi, I'm here with Meg and Cj, and we're going to be talking about Guardians of the Galaxy. So what did we all think of the first and second movies?
Ladies first.
Oh, well, thank you. Chivalry is not dead.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. I actually really quite liked them. We watched the first one, the three of us together, and then the second one you and I watched about, sort of kind of watched about half of, and then I watched the rest on my own.
Oh, did you actually?
I did, actually.
Oh, good.
And the ending was really good.
The big fight.
The big fight was actually really, really good. Whoever does the choreography on these,
they're
really good.
Yeah, take time for that stuff.
Yeah, I like them. They're like a spoof. They're like a spoof, really, on like a mixed spoof between Star Wars and like superheroes.
Yeah,
and
for real.
I like them. I actually genuinely like them.
I'm glad. And so for our audience, my friend Meg has actually never seen these movies before, so we kind of did like a little journey with watching them both.
Jesus. No, but that's an interesting point, Meg, that you kind of related it to Star Wars, because I feel like out of every Marvel movie, a lot of them feel like just superhero movies where they're just like kicking the crap out of each other. But this one, like, there's like, I feel like Star-Lord can kind of be like the Han Solo of Marvel.
He is the Han
That's
Solo
actually so true.
Yeah.
with like the ship and the crew and everything.
He's got the same thing,
Huh. It's actually interesting.
But an even better soundtrack.
100%. That's not even up for a question.
I wonder, like, if the soundtrack in the third one will be as good.
I was thinking that
I really hope so.
just earlier
If it's not,
today.
that'd be like so
I was
depressing.
like, I wonder what songs they're gonna use.
I feel like they're like out of the best ones at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got really good ones, but I feel like if they downplay, they're gonna screw themselves over.
And I feel like what other ones are there even to use? I feel like there's like no more left.
Yeah.
But obviously there is some left.
Yeah.
And like even us just watching the trailer, it was like some good tunes.
There were some good tunes.
So I'm excited for it. I think it'll be nice.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
So who's everyone's favorite character?
I go back and forth a little bit between Star-Lord and Rocket, because Rocket is just hilarious. He's just such a funny character. He's very sarcastic. He's very down to earth, but at the same time, the Star-Lord has got more of like that human like complexity to him. But he's also funny, and I think that the two of them, they bicker back and forth all the time. And they just make like a really good duo.
No, that's true. What about you?
I probably have to agree. I would say Star-Lord and Rocket are probably my two favorite characters. I don't know if I could put one against the other. I would only say for the first one, obviously that that was before they all became the team, so they had like the stories of both of them. So Star-Lord had like his own thing, and then Rocket had his own thing, and then they came together. Yeah. So you got to see each of them like in their own world. But I feel like in the second one, like the dialogue that Rocket has with Baby Groot is like hilarious. So I feel it's I would say maybe for the second one, probably Rocket then.
Okay.
Yeah, and then maybe for the first one, I would have to agree, like Star-Lord maybe for the first one, because you don't know Rocket as well.
Agreed.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, Drax is also awesome in the second one.
Oh, he's hilarious. Yeah. He's way more funny in the second one than the first
he
one.
Is way more funny. It's awesome. Way more funny. The guy's like lacking soul. It's great.
Not lacking humor though.
I have to say, I don't really like the female characters.
Really? Either of them?
No. I mean,
there's only kind of like two.
The girl with...
Who's a third?
Mantis, dude.
Oh, I forgot Mantis. Yeah. I was thinking Gamora.
Yeah. She's weird. She reminds me of
she's
people I know, actually. But the one with which was the one with the green hair?
Gamora.
Green skin. Gamora. Mm-hmm. She's more likable out of the three.
Oh, yeah, well, Nebula. Yeah. Nebula, so if you watch the whole, like, MCU, like, Marvel Cinematic Universe, like, she has a really huge story arc. Not, like, story arc, but, like, personal arc. Like, she starts off really hateful, and, like, she hates Gamora.
Yeah.
And, like, throughout the films, not only just Guardians of the Galaxy, but even the later Avenger movies, like, she becomes, like, a lot more likable.
And clearly, I mean, you saw in the trailer, she's now part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, is one of them. But, like, that's in my defense against Marvel is, like, they're awesome and stuff, but the problem with them is that sometimes, especially with Nebula, you don't fully understand their character if you haven't seen every movie.
Right.
So like you probably need to watch 3 of them just to understand who she was at first. So
and
that's my take.
Even like you have to like nowadays like with the way Disney is and the way the Marvel movies are, like all like the spin-off shows and like you have to see like everyone to understand things. Like even a little bit with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I think you're gonna have to at least like know a bit about what happened in Endgame to know because it talks about because in Endgame, Gamora, or actually Infinity War, Gamora dies.
Yes.
And then,
spoiler.
But then, spoiler. And then in Endgame, like there's this whole like timeline thing, and she's like back, but she doesn't know who Peter Quill is because she never met him.
Oh, so it's a bit like that Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
Where they come back at the end and they're all like, just...
a bit like that. And so like with this third movie, like you're gonna have to know that. You know?
Otherwise, it's gonna just be weird that Gamora doesn't know who Peter Quill is because in the second one you're just like, oh,
so they didn't.
They have like their romance
each other or anything. Yeah, in the second one they had kind of this cute little romance.
Yeah, in Endgame reintroduced each other, but it was like she doesn't know who she. So
she's not like attracted to him at all, and it's like what? Oh,
okay. It's like they never met, so she's like still in that like killer phase. Yeah.
Like hopefully they rekindle something because I like their.
I kind of like their weird little romance.
It's like the cute little like golden retriever dude with like this like bad girl. It's like wow.
Golden retriever
I
dude.
I trade places with Peter.
100%.
What?
Yeah.
No. Moving. Next question.
Next question.
What?
I got nothing.
Golden retriever.
Bruh, that's like what people say. So what do we think is gonna happen in the third movie?
Okay.
Did you see the trailer?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Well, okay. You got to think they're introducing a couple new characters to their team. Not to mention Groot. Like looks like
swole.
Yeah, honestly, it's ridiculous.
Teenage Groot.
Yeah. So, and then their enemy is
what's his name? Adam.
Yeah.
And that's in the second one or the end of the first one. No, the end of
the second one.
The second one, that golden lady's like, I have a new something.
Yeah,
his name is Adam, and so that's gonna be the villain. Oh my God, Will Poulter. Mad Spice. Anyways,
I'll leave you to that one.
I'll disagree with that.
I think I've heard that there's gonna be a lot more like backstory on Rocket, is what I heard.
Right.
Yeah, no, yeah, I saw that.
So,
a lot of people think he's gonna get killed off.
I think,
and if he does, I will
do
cry
not want him.
guys.
I will cry too.
Well, I mean,
it looks
the
so
director
sad.
said he wants to kill him off.
No,
Why?
why? Okay, I have to
Bro,
admit,
screw James Gunn.
Sometimes when a character dies, it's like it works out well. Like in what is it, 5 or 6 feet apart or whatever. One of them.
Oh God, that movie sucks.
One of them should have been killed off. It wouldn't. It's the ending is just like it's too cheesy.
Sure.
But like sometimes it's like it's meant to be your like Han Solo or whatever. You
No,
know?
yeah, it adds to the storyline, but I feel like them doing that.
But that's like
really...
my favorite character, and they're gonna lose a lot of franchising and support for that.
Oh, 100%. But I mean, Jinx's not gonna win. But I think what's gonna happen, regardless of if they kill Rocket off, I think they'll do the same thing that they had like with Han Solo or Boba Fett. Like they gave them like a side movie or a side show. They'll probably give them like a rocket show.
I hate that about Disney though.
No, I mean you can't control that. Like I don't want to shift it on that. But like
I
it's.
will.
Well,
I don't want him to be gone from the team. They better not have a fourth one if they're gonna kill him off.
No, I saw this weird thing saying like Guardians of the Galaxy 4, and I was like, is there even gonna be a fourth one? The thing is,
the third one's not even out.
Exactly.
Well, it's coming out.
Yeah.
But like the thing is with all these like Disney movies and especially all these Marvel movies, like all of the superheroes that we know and love, their like contracts are ending. That's why like there's no more Iron Man movies because you know Robert Downey Jr.'s contract is done.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. No, he literally is. Yeah. And so like everyone's contract is ending, so that's why they're like killing off a lot of characters. Like there's no more Captain America movies with Chris Evans in it because his contract's over. So it's like, oh, maybe Bradley Cooper's contract's over, so they're like, oh, you know what, we're gonna kill Rocket.
Well, that's the problem, but then you gotta think, like, they either do that or they have a movie, like, they have, say they make a new Avengers movie, how are they gonna do that with, like, 3 out of the 5 Avengers missing? Like, they can't, it's all dependent on, like...
They have, like, all these setups for all these Avengers movies for like the future, but they all like sound weird. It's like Secret Wars. It's like, bro, who's even gonna be in them?
That's the thing. They're gonna have to basically replace everything. So with new people.
I don't like that.
Well,
it's like
change sucks.
Honestly, everything should have ended in Endgame, like after Endgame.
I mean, it would have made sense considering it was Endgame. But then that would mean Endgame for Disney's money.
Well, I mean,
yeah, that's true.
No, they did that with like with Batman and like Spider-Man. They just had different people playing them.
Yeah, that's just weird.
The problem is now, with the Batman movies, they're on their own. So it's like, you have the Dark Knight.
Where the Spider-Man are in,
you have
like,
George
threes
Clooney. You
and
have
fours.
Christian Bale.
You got they have different actors. They're in their own set of movies. If Tom Holland stops playing Spider-Man, you can't just throw in some like random ass little dude just to play him.
Yeah, and like they're not gonna like remake the Iron Man movies.
Well, because they can't reintroduce a new character playing an original character while all the other people are saying the same. You can't have Robert Downey Jr. standing next to like Jake Paul playing Spider-Man. Definitely not happening. But like, you know what I mean, right?
That'd be awful.
That would be awful.
Horrible casting.
Oh my god. And so, Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. I wonder if they will rekindle their romance in the...
I hope so.
I agree.
But
it added something to the story.
I agree, and I liked their little romance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would.
Yeah, I would.
I also wonder if the Nebula and that guy, what's his face?
Nebula?
They had a little thing
The
going
blue,
on.
the blue girl.
Nebula and who?
What's his face? I can't remember.
The dude from Gilmore Girls?
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Sorry, you've lost steam.
No, what's his face?
Drax.
No. Wait, who are you talking about?
Oh, no, I know the guy from the smuggler's crew. He's got the beard.
Kraglin?
Yeah, Kraglin. Yeah.
Bro, that's the dude from Gilmore Girls. Just.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch Gilmore Girls. How would
I don't know. I only know Jess.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't see that as a couple.
I don't see them as a couple, but I wonder if they're gonna continue like his weird little flirtings.
Maybe.
Yeah,
You know,
that'd be
just
interesting.
for like
It's
as-
funny to see.
as- yeah, it's
I'm
like
sure they'll have
comic
something like
relief
that.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So, do you guys keep up? I know, Meg, you don't really keep up that much with the MCU, but
Sorry, what?
like I know you do. The Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay, no.
Do you think you will like start getting into them?
I mean, I did go and watch the Spider-Man one
Okay.
that you told me to go watch. I can't say that I would go out of my way. Like maybe if it happened to be showing in theaters the day that I went to a theater, maybe. But like I don't know. I tend to get like invested in a certain set of characters, so I'm not super likely to go and like watch a whole bunch of Avengers movies. Like I feel like I'm kind of attached to these characters. Like I'd like to see what happens when Groot regrows up. You know?
Yeah.
What happens to Rocket and
I agree.
like see what happens to each of them. And obviously, I'm assuming whatever happens in the third one, they're gonna win.
Yeah, probably.
In the end.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
It's going to be an Avengers.
I swear,
It's
if
the
they
only, as of right now, the only Avengers movie that they've made where they don't win in the end is
it?
Infinity War.
Right. That's a
And then
crazy
And
ending.
then they make them. Then the film 2 later is then they destroy everything and then they win.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, yeah, I was kind of the same way. Like I used to only, funny enough, Guardians of the Galaxy was the only 2 movies of the MCU that I actually really liked watching.
Yeah, those were the only 2 that I liked.
Because I'm like, oh, if I have to watch all these now, I gotta watch all these. I'm like, I don't want to watch any of them, so I only watched those 2. But then I was like, oh my god, Infinity War now has the Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to watch that. And then I'm like, okay, I don't know who all these people are. I mean, I know who they are, but I don't really know them. So then that movie kind of introduced me to every other MCU movie out there. That at least was good. So
I think it's worth doing at least once, just starting from like Iron Man and like progressively watching all of them until Endgame. I've done it I think almost 3 times.
That's
I will not be.
Oh my god.
I would not.
Just
that.
once, it's fun. Like
So
we had
why?
Disney Plus. Well,
Sure.
I did it without Disney Plus.
Okay,
I
do
just
you
like
have a life or
Yeah.
it was during the summer, so
You
I
have
would
a
just
life?
whoa guys, whoa. It was during the summer, so I would just
when you're supposed to see all your friends. And
no, it was just
outside.
like at night I'd be like, okay, I watched Iron Man 3. Next up is
Iron
whatever.
Man 4.
No, there's no Iron Man 4.
Well, how am I supposed to?
I think it's Thor: The Dark World after that, and
Sure.
it's then everything connects, and it's really interesting.
Yes, there's a good connection between everything.
Yeah, it's actually I think you'd like it, Meg, because you like things like
Things that
connect, and it's like it makes you think. There's a lot of things that
we'll
make you
see,
think.
But I would
Think about
rather
this.
What?
Guardians of the Galaxy is like the mitochondria. And then
What?
Iron Man movies are like
The ribosomes.
And then the Infinity War is the cell wall.
That was actually a really good connection.
Yeah.
That was
Wow.
actually that was really good.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. That's how I would see it.
So back to the soundtracks.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since I was a kid, I just love that music. And I think those movies especially influenced that.
Enhanced it even.
I mean,
like
yeah.
some of those songs was like I used to listen to them like maybe skip them every once in a while, but now that like there's like a scene attached to it, it's like
Yeah.
oh yeah.
It's
that
like, oh my
moment.
god. Then I think about that scene while I'm listening. I'm like, oh, this
That's
actually
actually
seems kind of
true.
fun. Like every time I hear what the hell? It's like the
Which one?
I'm trying to think.
Brandy?
No, I'm thinking of Child, and then I just I think of Star-Lord just dancing. Like, it's
funny.
ridiculous, but, like, that's what I think about. It's like, wow, this is so dumb, but it's a good song.
You want to know what's interesting? Like, these movies...
Yeah, I do.
These movies are, like, introducing all these old songs to, like, such younger generations.
They're bringing them back.
Yeah.
As in us.
They are.
But, yes.
Yeah.
No, but it's good that, like, you don't want those songs to die out, and they're
Exactly.
really good songs, so
Yeah.
it's nice. It's a good little side thing that they got going on.
I agree. I actually interviewed a bunch of people throughout campus, asking them, like, if they're gonna watch the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and if they watch Marvel movies. And most of them said no.
What?
For both?
Yeah. Well,
What?
a lot of people
Okay, I
said...
can see the Marvel movies one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know. I feel like Marvel movies are really popular.
Well, I know. I mean, like, I can see that a bunch of people wouldn't have watched them because people either seem to lean like DC or Marvel, or they don't like either.
Right.
Well, they don't want to admit it, maybe. That's
But if you do watch Marvel, I'm just surprised that you wouldn't go and see Guardians.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Dude, I am psyched to see it.
Oh, yeah. My
Even if-
grandmother's texting me, like, oh my god, I can't wait.
Even if we don't go see it as a group, I will go and out of my way to watch it.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
100%.
But, like, I had a lot of people say, like, oh, like, either I'm just not into that, or a lot of people had a lot of things to say about Disney. It's like, oh, once they, like, killed off this character, or, like, now with all the spin-off shows, I don't feel like watching those, so they're like, you know what, I'm just not into that anymore. And I almost feel the same way, because after, like, Endgame, and then after the Far From Home Spider-Man movie, I haven't watched, like, any of the Marvel movies, because I just feel
heard
like
those
they're...
are the last good ones.
Yeah, because then you have Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Sucked.
So Dylan said that was really, really bad.
It was weird. And then
I'll
Thor...
take any nerd stuff, I'll take it. Down to the
Thor,
nail.
Love and Thunder.
Oh, yeah,
literally
that was awful.
the
That sounds
worst
awful. That sounds so
Marvel
incredibly
movie I've
cheesy.
ever seen. The
Is
worst.
it even like a superhero movie? Because it sounds like a love movie and it sounds
It
awful.
honestly
It's
does,
not.
yeah.
It's just so god awful. And my dad and I were sitting in theaters like, what is this crap? We literally looked around at the other like theaters and we're like, is anything
Viewers.
like theaters
Oh,
that we could just walk into? But like everything was Thor, Love and Thunder, so we just sat through the rest of it. And it was so bad. And so like with that, I'm like, I hope like Guardians of the Galaxy isn't like hopping onto the train of being bad, you know?
No.
Well, they've
yeah.
hyped it up so much, and plus they really have like their series to keep up here.
Yeah,
like they
100%.
have their name
Mm-hmm.
and the branding
Yeah,
and everything
for
that
sure.
goes behind this.
But,
They've
like-
created kind of not like a group of gods, but they've created a group of idols, and so there's an expectation that they follow through.
Yeah,
I
for
agree
sure.
with that 100%.
Yeah. But like if they kill off characters like in this upcoming
No,
movie,
don't talk about it. We don't want to think
I'm
about
just
it.
saying, like,
No,
if
it is
they-
a possibility.
if they
It's
do
like
like the
probable,
whole
yeah.
like the whole MCU, I'm gonna be completely done. Like, nope, you killed off.
Well, okay, what's the one character in the current Guardians of the Galaxy, like the ones you saw in the trailer, out of all of them, which one would you care least about?
Least?
Yeah.
Least
Groot.
Not even Cracklin?
Oh,
Okay,
he's
yeah.
not one of the main characters.
Yeah.
No, he's the one in the trailer.
Well, he's like barely in it.
He's wearing the jacket. That's all.
He's
that
wearing
matters.
the
Okay,
mohawk.
him. Yeah, him would be the one that I
Yeah, probably
think
him.
about.
And then, like,
But like that's fine. No, I'm talking about like the main group.
oh, then probably Star-Lord. I feel like he's
What?
gonna
Care
the
the
main
least
character,
about?
man.
no, hear the most.
Oh.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, if they killed him off, it's basically over.
No, yeah,
he's like literally
it's
the
his life
main.
and everybody
I
else
know,
is
but
living
that's
it.
what I'm like in the back of my mind. I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my god, like he's had to go through all the, especially with the Endgame stuff. I know what's gonna happen. He's gonna like make amends with Gamora, and then he's gonna die.
No.
Or he's gonna sacrifice himself
Yeah,
in some way.
exactly.
Or he's about to sacrifice himself, and then Rocket sacrifice himself
Oh,
instead.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you saw in the trailer, but when we watched the trailer,
He looked
like
devastated.
there was this one like shot of Chris Pratt's face just like screaming bloody murder, like someone died, and we were like, oh my god,
it's probably gonna be Rocket.
no!
Possibility.
Oh my god, let's hope not.
The little raccoon heart's gonna break.
Oh
my God.
Your little raccoon heart.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. No, but like, yeah, I'm prepared for that to happen. I'm expecting it to happen. So hopefully, if it doesn't happen, then I'll be like, oh, thank God.
You should go into the movie theater.
I'm going
expecting
into
it
the
to
movie
die.
theater expecting Rocket, Gamora, Groot, basically all the original ones to die. That's all the original ones.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
Craglin's the only one left.
No, it'd be worse if
God.
Mantis is the only one left.
Yes.
I like Mantis.
Or she's a bug-eyed little weirdo.
She would not be able to like survive on her own though.
Yeah, she doesn't
She would just like stand there and be like
stand there and like touch people's heads and make them go to sleep.
sleep.
Ugh.
Well, thank you guys for coming and talking with me about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for listening to Conversations with Chloe. We'll see you next time.